welcome to another session of Stories and Songs. Now, I'm sorry, it's been a while since we did one of these on the YouTube channel, but in the meantime, I do live stream gigs that show up on Facebook. I don't tend to move these, at least not in their entirety, to the YouTube channel, but just by way of a change, I thought you might like to see the entirety of one of the gigs. I'm not sure if we're ready for a 1 hour performance, but anyway, let's give it a shot, see what the reaction is. So this was a gig that I did last Saturday, the 28th of January 2023, and it went out. There was the usual gaggle of people. There's been a few hundred people have checked it out since then, and so here it is for you. This was the live stream from January 23. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to some more Stories and Songs, tunes and tales from me. And here we are I'm sitting here in my nice warm studio. Outside it's pretty damn cold, or at least it is for this part of the world. Somewhere about the same latitude, a friend of mine is sitting in Canada, and I don't know if he's tuned in yet, but he said he was gonna, and I'm pretty sure it's colder where he is. Anyway, if you're there, Nick, welcome to the balmy shores of England for some tunes. I'm going to start on the little guitar today, and I'm going to sing this song, which I imagined when I was writing it was about somebody else, but actually I think it's more about me. It's all about me, right? It's called Life So Far. There's a kid I know, plays the guitar, plays pretty good, and he could go far. He's a local hero, some kind of star on social media. And he dreams one day of making it big, TV specials and stadium gigs. But for now, he's playing this pub for tips and happy to be here. He keeps his eyes closed to see the wind blow. Then he plays and he sings, with tears in the lyrics, blood on the strings, to reveal the wild and curious things in the story of his life so far. It's all that he knows, and it's all that he wants, from his head to his toes, following wherever it goes, the story of his life so far. Life so far. Now the kid's in college, doing a degree, playing the 12-bar blues in a major key, and it's pretty much always an E, but nobody's whining. Whatever he's doing it right. He makes it rock on Saturday night, and some suit from a label is probably going to sign him. But they don't own him. Nobody knows him. He just plays and he sings, with tears in the lyrics, blood on the strings, to reveal the wild and curious things in the story of his life so far. It's all that he knows, and it's all that he wants, from his head to his toes, following wherever it goes. The story of his life so far, life so far. So Johnny Be Good took his gunny sack, went to the city, and he ain't coming back. And I like to believe he's leading the rock and roll lifestyle. And I hope that success won't go to his head, but it probably will. In fact, it probably has. It's the fate of the angels to fall when they stop flying. So play, sing, with tears in the lyrics, blood on the strings, to reveal the wild and curious things in the story of your life so far. It's all that he knows, and it's all that he wants, from his head to his toes, following wherever it goes. The story of his life so far. The story of his life so far. The story of his life so far. Life so far. Yes, I remember sitting down and writing that. I was in an airport bar, killing time, waiting for a flight the way you do. And it was very much a lyrics first affair, and I was jotting this down, and I was really describing a friend of mine who's this kid who's this genius level guitar player and his life. But, you know, upon reflection, it's really more about me. Right, so we're going to sing a different song. When I first wrote this song, I came across the original demo for this a while ago. And oddly enough, it started out as a sort of very twee little thing. I was writing it for a kind of work thing. And it was supposed to be just an introduction to people. So it was a very kind of noodly little piece that was kind of done with a whistle break. And that never happened. And this kind of festered until I sat down to write a song for another couple of friends of mine. And the little riff of it came to my head, so it turned into this. I think it probably is the better for it. Anyway, the song is called Love of a Different Kind, and it's about basically it's about unrequited love, but it's that if you're talking to a friend who's really struggling with a relationship which is very one-sided, which is a dreadful thing, and telling him to get the hell out, that's what it's about. I was walking down by the riverside, I was walking, talking to a friend of mine I had not seen for a while. She said, Jim, should I marry him? Asking, she was asking, and I said, what does that question mean? Seems like you're in denial. If you have to ask, then the answer is no. Don't waste your time if in your heart you know he's not the one, at least not for you. Set yourself free, free to be the love of somebody else's life. say goodbye. You may find love of a different kind. Well, a week ago I heard the news. Happy, I was happy. You found someone to love who loves you too for the very first time. And you moved away to some town in Spain. Crazy, are you crazy? We may never walk by the river again, but that's alright with me. 'Cause all I want is the best for you. I loved you once as I think you knew. Now you have what all of us are owed, to love and be loved as we travel the road. And you are free, free to be the love of somebody else's life. Said goodbye, and now you find love of a different kind. Don't you sell yourself too cheaply. Don't throw your love away. Give your soul completely to the one who makes you whole again. You are free, free to be the love of somebody else's life. Say goodbye, and you may find all of those tangles unwind, and your stars all are aligned with love of a different kind. 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 I was in my mind that's the follow-on song to You've Got a Friend. You know, she calls out his name, he came running, and this is what he said. The next song is a kind of war song. I've never before or since actually written a song that's about war and the utter inane stupidity that goes with the incredible suffering that comes from it. And I wrote it when back in 2018 there was quite a lot of fuss made about commemorating the centenary of the end of World War I. And World War I was this ghastly atrocity, which was followed almost immediately, within the same lifetime as many of the people that fought in that first war. Suddenly they were plunged once again into a dreadful conflict. And I decided to write the song from the point of view of a mother. There is something excruciatingly horrible about watching your children go to war. You have no control. They're in extreme danger and you don't know if they'll ever make it back. But all you can do is sit there and wait. So I wrote this song about that. And I've played it a few times in folk clubs, and a couple approached me one time and asked me specifically to play it, and it turned out they were this couple that watched their son go to war. Fortunately, he came back, and so it was a good story. But they definitely resonated to this, so I'll play it for you now. It's called My Child, My Son. My child, my son, to the war has gone, and I don't know if he'll find his way home. But I'm waiting, staying, hoping and praying for the day to come. I remember the day that you were born, 8 pounds 2 ounces of baby boy. You slept in my arms and filled me with joy. I remember the day you were born. And I remember the first day you went to school, stepping on the school bus, looking so cool. And you turned and you waved, and I cried like a fool. I remember your first day of school. My child, my son, to the war has gone, and I don't know if he'll find his way home. But I'm waiting, staying, hoping and praying for the day to come. I remember your birthday when you were 13. We gave you that old guitar that only had 5 strings, but you found a way to play it and you started to sing. I remember when you were 13. And I remember your terrible teenage band, rehearsed in our shed until the neighbors complained. There was nowhere to hide from that deafening sound. I remember your terrible band. My child, my son, to the war has gone, and I don't know if he'll find his way home. But I'm waiting, staying, hoping and praying for the day to come. I remember the girl you brought home that night, the face of an angel, maybe not so bright, but I could see that she loved you with all of her might. I remember the girl you brought home. Then you made her a promise for better or worse. So happy and handsome, I thought I would burst. She gave you her ring, she gave you hers. I remember your wedding day. Now that you wear the uniform, like so many young men and your father before, I hope that you know what you're fighting for, marching toward the storm. My child, my son, to the war has gone, and I don't know if he'll find his way home. But I'm waiting and I'm staying, hoping and praying for the day to come. Waiting, staying, hoping and praying for the day to come. And there we have it. So I'm going to sort of move it up a gear now. I think that's quite enough of the sort of downside. I'm going to sing a song now. This is a song about finding love again. It's actually a sort of love chronicle song. It's about sort of about my own experiences. Love Chronicle was a song. There was a song written by that name by a guy called Al Stewart many years ago, sort of in the 60s. And he was a sort of prominent folk singer, and he wrote this song, I think probably on his 4th album or something, when he thought he could get away with it. It sort of detailed all of his romantic and not so romantic exploits until whatever age he was at the time, probably 25. And the damn thing took 20 minutes to play. It took up all of side 2 of this album. I was recently at a concert where somebody called out to him to play this, and he refused on the grounds that would be it for the concert. It would just go on and on. Anyway, so the point I'm making here is my version of this song I wrote when I was 40-something, and it only takes 4 minutes. So this gives you some context for the difference between his life and mine. It's called Welcome Home, the Stranger. Welcome the stranger home. Find a place in your heart. True love can save anyone. Welcome home the stranger. I can remember my first kiss, my first real kiss. Tenderly as you took my hand, our lips met and my heart sang. Doves flew and bells rang. That's how sweet it was. Welcome the stranger home. Find a place in your heart. True love can save anyone. Welcome home the stranger. I can remember my first love, my first true love. My innocence was lost that day. Love's new disciple was strong and brave. Yeah, but you broke my heart when you walked away, because it hurts so much. Welcome the stranger home. Find a place in your heart. True love can't save anyone. Welcome home the stranger. I can remember my first wife, the mother of my only son. We stood in the chapel and we said I do. We said forever, but I think we knew the law of average would get us to. Just like everyone. Welcome the stranger home. Find a place in your heart. save anyone. Welcome home, the stranger. Then when we parted, well, my heart grew cold, just seemed to lose my soul. Was not exactly lost, but it was out of reach for everyone, including me. And I don't know how you found it, but you set me free when every hope was gone. So welcome, stranger, home. Find a place in your heart. True love can save anyone. Welcome home, the stranger. Oh, welcome home, the stranger. And there it was. I'm going to flip now to yes, I'm going to flip to my slide guitar, I think. Yes, I will. As you may have gathered, I'm kind of in love with this whole slide guitar playing thing. I've written a few songs on it. I'll just do one for you now. I have a very good friend, a guy called KB Bailey, who is a genius player of this stuff, and he plays a Weizenborn, which is like a proper guitar designed to be played this way around. I was trying to find one, looked online in different places, and they were pretty expensive and quite rare and hard to get hold of. I spoke to the guy in our local music shop, and he said, have you thought about buying a little nut raiser and just using one of your regular guitars? And so for 10 quid, I bought a little nut raiser, and now this guitar is a lap steel. How lovely is that? So I'm going to sing this song for you now. It's called Hoping That You Can, and I describe it as being a kind of throwback to olden days when men would go down on one knee and propose to complete strangers, kind of announce their undying love, and along with this proposal of marriage. And it features heavily in Jane Austen novels, where it never ends well for the person who tries it. But nevertheless, it's a song. Really, it was an excuse to play the guitar and play the chords and sing a little tune with it. So here it is. It's called Hoping That You Can. When I first saw you, then I knew, no doubt about it, out of the blue. When something feels right, it has got to be true. You're the woman for me, I'm the man for you. I'm the man for you. I was young once, now I'm not. I had to work hard for what I got. But I know I've mostly forgot that my heart is your heart till the day it stops. Till the day it stops. Don't try to fight it, baby. Don't make a fuss. I find my life works better if I don't think too much. I don't deserve you, baby, and that's the truth. But I thought that I would ask you, just in case you think I do. That's enough about me. You know who I am. You got my dreams and my future in your hands. If you don't think you could love me, I will understand. But I'm hoping that you can. If you don't think you could love me, I will understand. But I'm hoping that you can. There will be more from this. I've just finished recording, and in fact it's released into the wild, an album of guitar instrumental music, and it's called Let It Slide. And it features this guitar a lot. Not on every single track, but I just use it as an excuse, really. Since I'm not going to sing, I might as well play instrumentally. And this is a remarkably good an expressive instrument to play something. If there's no vocal, it's great for melodies. Anyway, so that's coming out on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. Let It Slide, yeah, and I'm extraordinarily pleased with it. I mean, I don't know why I do these things. I'm sure somebody will listen to it. Go find it, have a listen. What am I going to play now? I'm going to play... Oh yes, I know what I'm going to do. It's Covers Corner. I'm going to do... I'm going to do my one and only Van Morrison cover. I've played this quite a lot lately at gigs. It always seems to work well, and somebody will always come up to me and say, hey, that's my favourite Van Morrison tune, or indeed my favourite tune of all time. It's a very fine tune, and it seems to work well enough. I mean, the arrangement that he recorded was quite a jazzy thing, and so for solo acoustic guitar, it's a bit of a stretch, but the chords are lovely, and it's a kind of a nice kind of sentiment in the lyric. And so here it is, Moondance. It's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance beneath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. I'm trying to place to the calling my heartstrings that play soft and low. Night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all that soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more dance with you, my love? Can I just make one more romance with you, my love? Well, I want to make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And when I do, the time is just right. Straight into my arms you will run. My heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, and I will make you my own. And every time I touch you, you just tremble inside, and I know how much you want me that you can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make one more romance with you, my love? And every time I touch you, you just tremble inside, and I know how much you want me that you can't hide. Can I just make one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make one more romance with you, my love? One more moon dance on such a magic night. One more, 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 one more. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? I was co-hosting, as I always do, once a month over at the Farnham Pottery, our music sessions over there with my friend Peter Crutchfield, and we're very proud of our track record. We've put on, I think it's been 4 or 5 years now we've been doing this show, and we've found some incredible players over the years. And last night there were 3 folks playing that I had never heard before, and they just all blew me away. There was also a lovely band called Cloud Cat, who I loved to bits, but I knew them and I knew what to expect. I knew they were going to be great. But there was a guy called the One-Eyed Man who played right after them, and he is just amazing. Again, very young, very just so accomplished as a songwriter and as a performer. I loved him. And then there's a guy, what's his name? I think it's Noah Fenton, that's right, and his friend Kai. They were great. They are just so young. I think they're both still teenagers. They're just kind of still in college and doing a great thing. So they were brilliant. And then the most delightful lady, Charlotte Campbell. And she's a busker. Now, here's the thing. I've never busked in my life. It seems very hard to do and very weather dependent, as she pointed out. So you're going to freeze to death half the time and boil on other times, fry, or just get drowned in the English rain. Anyway, she played an absolutely lovely set of covers, and I was... It's so lovely to hear other people's interpretation of covers. And she played a whole load of tunes. She did play this tune. I'm going to play this now. It's called Wichita Lineman, and this is written by Jimmy Webb and made famous by Glenn Campbell, of course. I mean, Jimmy Webb pursued Glenn Campbell to make him sing this song, which I think is great, since they both did very, very well out of it in the end. And it's especially brilliant because there's almost nothing to it. There are very few words, and it's a short song and very few chords. And this is the magic of songwriting. It's very easy to write long and elaborate songs. Writing short, brilliant songs is absolute. It's where all the magic lies, and this is definitely one of those. So this is Wichita Lineman. I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road, searching in the sun for another overload. I hear you singing in the wires, I can hear you through the wine. When the Wichita lineman is still on the line. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look like rain. And if it snows, that stretch down south won't ever stand the strain. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. Yes, I miss Glenn Campbell. I think I've said this before, and I think I'm right. I haven't just misremembered. I think it was the first record I ever bought with my own money. My mum had quite an extensive collection of singles. I remember sort of tagging along as a kid with her to the record store, buying the latest thing by the Beatles or the Searchers or some such thing. But anyway, that was the first one I bought. It was either that or All Right Now. Can't quite remember now. Okay, where are we going? We are going to, yes, we're going to this song. It's a fairly recent song, and it's a song, it's a hopeful song. And again, I mean, when I write love songs, I write them from the perspective of somebody of my age. And when you're very young, you've got this entirely false impression that love is a one-time thing, and there is just one special person in the world for you. And you know, the people fret a lot about not finding them or somehow just mistaking them. Anyway, I don't believe that's true. I've been lucky enough to be in love and loved by many people. And so this is just about somebody who, rather by surprise, discovers the love of their life. It's called, what's it called? It's called Soulmate, or the longer title is You Turned Out to Be the One. Everybody's looking for their soulmate to share their lives and have a little fun. Who knew, baby, you turned out to be the one? it's so easy to be with you. Everything you say and everything you do, and I know you see me, the bad and the good, and everything in between. And everybody's looking for their soulmates to share their lives, have a little fun. Who knew, baby, you turned out to be the one. You are my center, the eye of the storm. Share my troubles and you keep me from harm. It's been a cold winter, but I got to say, you know, the sun is getting higher day by day, and everybody needs a little love. Something or somebody that you can lean on. Who knew, baby, you turned out to be the one. Love, love. Nobody knows where it came from or what it's made of, but I know that words are never enough. Everybody's looking for their soulmate to share their lives, have a little fun. Who knew, baby, you turned out to be the one. Don't you know that I was not looking for love? I was all broke up and nowhere to run to. Who knew, baby, you turned out to be the one. You turned out to be the one, the one, the one and the only, the one, the one, the one and the only, the one, the one, the one and the only. Who knew, baby, you turned out to be the one. There will shortly be a new album from me, and that will be, I'm not sure it'll turn out to be the title track, but it'll probably be a single. I'll probably kind of promote this one. I kind of like it. It's recorded well. I'm going to get somebody to sing harmony with me on it. And so we'll see how that goes, but I'm looking forward to releasing that. Looking forward to it. In the next few months, I'm hoping. These were some of my New Year's resolutions that have not yet been broken. Where are we going now? We are going, oh yes, we are going to 15th and P Street. I've told this story, like most of my stories, I've told them loads and loads of times before. But it is more or less a factual account of life and times when we were living in Washington, D.C. And we had this beautiful apartment in one of the leafy suburbs of Washington, D.C. And right below us was this bar, and it became our sort of HQ, if you like. I was supposed to be there for work. Not much work really happened. My lovely friend Malcolm, who was my boss, was trying desperately to pull off some actual business, but we just spent most of our life in this bar planning what we would do if we actually got any. And after a year we had to come home. Anyway, so I wrote this song after I came home. Obviously I didn't have it with me. I didn't write it while I was there. But I met so many lovely musicians. I went back later and played this song to the people who knew the story, and they're lovely. There's a different bar actually called the Harp and Fiddle in Bethesda, Maryland, and there was a lady there called Mary Ann Redmond, and she's absolutely brilliant. Her band were genius level players, and I got to record with them all. Although not this song, obviously, because I didn't have it at the time. Anyway, my thoughts are with them. I hope the winter is not being too awful for them, and I miss them terribly. Anyway, I'm going to sing this song now, and it'll remind me of all of them. On 15th and P Street, the sun shines warm. On the Logan Tavern and the Whole Food store, won't you meet me tonight by the TV screen in the bar on the corner of 15th and P? And every Sunday the band plays hot. Make you remember the songs you'd forgotten, and the music beguiles us, so tender and so sweet. And you can bring your guitar, play me some tunes, sing me a love song so honest and true. I will believe that you wrote it just for me. On 15th and P Street, the sun shines warm. On the Logan Tavern and the Whole Food store, meet me tonight by the TV screen in the bar on the corner of 15th and P. And the hurricane season is blowing again. Down at the coast, the storm clouds gather and the metro is shut. But all we got was some rain. I looked at you, you looked at me. The beer was still flowing and the nachos are free. I guess we got lucky, no records were broken today. On 15th and P Street, the sun shines warm. On the Logan Tavern and the Whole Food store, won't you meet me tonight by the TV screen in the bar on the corner of 15th and P? And all of those interns that work on the Hill, talking all night about democracy, when it's plain to see they're just trying to get laid. And I hope that at least some of them do. You can survive, but it's a cold life without it. Gotta open your heart when you're playing your part so earnestly. On 15th and P Street, the sun shines warm. On the Logan Tavern and the Whole Food store, meet me tonight by the TV screen in the bar on the corner of 15th and P. But up in the sky, an airplane is coming to take me me away. Take me back to England, where I miss my home, and I can't wait to see it again. And right here on P Street, life will go on, with me or without me. The sun shines just the same, but part of it comes with me, and part of me will remain. So on 15th and P Street, the sun goes down on the Logan Tavern and the whole damn town. Meet me tonight by the TV screen, in the bar on the corner of 15th and P. In the bar on the corner of 15th and P. You see me reaching over here to click this button between songs, and what I'm doing is muting the reverb. This is a thing, I mean, when you talk to people, between songs, it's nice not to have this great wallowing reverb, but it's nice to have a little bit of glitter on the vocal when you're singing, so I mute it, just the way I would if I was doing it live. The thing is, I'm not sure you can hear the difference. Whenever I listen back to these things, which occasionally I do, I think it doesn't make much difference. Anyway, it's a habit now, and it's something if I forget to do, sometimes I will get out of sync with it. But anyway, that's what I'm doing, just in case you're curious. So listen, we've got pretty much to the end of it now, and I'm going to do what I always do, and I'm going to sing. I'm going to pretend this is my last song, and it's my last song. I recently sent this to somebody who thinks they might actually record it, so you never know whether this song will come out by somebody else randomly. Anyway, as ever, thank you all so very much for showing up, and I hope you enjoyed the show tonight, and there will be another one along in about a month's time, because there nearly always is. And I'd like to thank Graham very much for hosting the show, and it's a great service to musicians, let me tell you. So thank you very much, Graham. And I leave you with this, my fake last song. It's called Good Night. Good night and goodbye. Didn't we have a fine time tonight? Now I got to go, but maybe one more for the road. Tomorrow we may steal one more turn of the wheel, or this may be the last ride for all we know. So good night, good night. Now John behind the bar got a business degree from Harvard. His mom's so proud, he's got a big career. But John's got no intention to use his education. He's pouring all his wisdom into the whiskey, wine, and the beer. So good night and goodbye. Didn't we have a fine time tonight? Now I got to go, but maybe one more for the road. my best friend O'Neill wants to tell us how he's feeling. He's putting it out there for everyone to know. He's got 10,000 Facebook friends, but every now and then all he needs is the touch of a human soul. So, good night and goodbye. Didn't we have a fine time tonight? I got to go, but maybe one more for the road. Tomorrow we may steal one more turn of the wheel. This may be the last ride for all we know. So, good night. Good night. So I see there's a lonely voice saying encore, and I think it's from Graham. So I'm gonna sing my real last song. This is always a pleasure to sing for you. It's slightly weird, as you know, because it's remote. I can't really see you, and because I'm not wearing my glasses, as ever, all I can see are sort of rough, kind of bubbles of things. People nicely applauding with their emojis. So it's lovely to have you all out there, and I notice pretty much every time we do this, we get several hundred views in the few days that follow, so that's great, and it's lovely to be able to play to people that I can't normally see. So people on other continents. If Nick Milner's still there, I think he is. Yes, I see his name. I'm just dimly in the gloom. Nick Milner, well done, mate. And I hope all is well in Canada, in the frozen wastes of Canada. I think I saw Ellen's name. She's in Maryland. In the USA. So it's great to be able to play to people that would never otherwise be able to hear me. Okay, so I'm going to sing my last little song. This is the song that I played at one of those Wild Sunday things for Graham not long ago, and someone said, this would be great for a funeral. So my final goodbye. It's called Peaceful Song, and it's a reflection of the fact that I've led a lucky life. Nobody asked me to go to war. I've had a blessed life, so thanks for that. And with that, I say my cheerio, and I hope to see you out there at a live gig, or maybe the next live stream. That would be great too. No scars, no broken bone, no dark secrets, and no broken home. Good times and good people are all that I have known. Love and forgiveness, all that I have known when I'm gone. All that I will leave behind is this peaceful song. Thank you all very much. See you next time. A young man told his woman of the love he held for her. He told